When it comes to Muay Thai, Thailand is neither here nor there, caught in between preserving its rich traditions and modernizing them to fit an ever-changing world. And today, we'll be visiting two very different types of Muay Thai gyms, one that has a more traditional concept and the other a contemporary one. I'll be showing you how each concept came about and how they might be similar or different from one another. So, if you're curious about that, then follow me. For our first stop, we are at Tafajim, located inside Sukhumvit Soy 65, just a 25-minute drive from BTS on Nut. It's a pretty quiet area, and I heard that if you're lucky, sometimes you get to see cows walking by during your training hours too. These rooms here are guest rooms for the Muay Thai fighters who reside here throughout their training session, which could be many months at a time. Here, let's go have a look around. There are 13 guest rooms on site with about 2 to 4 beds inside. People who train here come from all walks of life, from young 20-year-olds who are fascinated by this combat sport to veterans and former military personnel from all around the world. And we are now with Luk Tafa's owner, Kun Jade. Hi, Kun Jade. Sawadee ka.
Sawadee ka. Hi.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming.
How did you come to own such a legendary place?
My father. He's actually the owner. So Grandmaster Woody, Grandmaster Chinawat, he's known around the world for teaching Muay Thai. He moved to England in the 1970s, and then he taught Muay Thai in England and around Europe, and then it just kind of spread. So he's built a name for himself in the Muay Thai industry. And then when we moved over to Thailand in 2007, later on, he still had some involvement in Muay Thai at the National Stadium. And then later, this opportunity came up, and he took over this gym.
And because Muay Thai, as I know, it's predominantly male. So I also heard that there's a growing female scene here in Thailand. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
In terms of, well, actually both training and in fighting, it's definitely growing in terms of females. So for training, you see a lot more gyms here. They're offering Muay Thai as fitness and exercise. And also in fighting, yeah, I believe after the rise of Ronda Rousey, a lot of females really got into combat sports and wanting to fight and wanting to prove themselves.
Okay, well, it's great to know that the female scene is growing because I'm female and I would love to learn more about Muay Thai. So if you don't mind, let's have a little go, shall we?
Let's go.
Luk Thap Pha is one of the few remaining standalone traditional Thai gyms that preserves Thailand's national sport of Muay Boran, which is the lethal predecessor of Muay Thai. This national treasure could be traced back to the Sukhothai dynasty around the 13th century, when Thailand was constantly at war with neighboring countries and had to create means to protect the people, its territories, and its dignity.
Bump. Teep to the leg.
Teep to the leg.
Up, and then teep to the body. Bump.
Target the right thing, Natty.
So again, it's like the weight transfer. So you're always transferring your weight forward or into your shots. Your power is going through. Transfer it forward, transfer my weight, and then push him.
Right.
So I try and push my weight forward. Otherwise, I'll lose balance if I keep my weight to the back.
Okay, Kun Jade, thank you so much for showing me the ropes around your gym, and it's been fantastic. But we have to head off to a different location now. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.
Yes.
And as for me, I'm going to transport myself right now. Ta-da! We are now at the Fit Fact Muay Thai Academy, located inside Gateway Ekamai on the second floor. And today I am here with Kun Ek, who is the owner of Fit Fact Gym. Sawadee ka, Kun Ek.
Sawadee ka.
Thank you very much for having us today. Can you tell me a little bit about the concept and maybe about what Fit Fact, where did that name come from?
First of all, the name Fit Fact stands for the Fit Factory. So during the first year, we plan to open this gym inside the factory space, but then so we come up with the name Fit Fact, and you can see all the yellow all around. This is come from our mistake because when we design the gym first, we plan to use the gray color as the dominant color, and the yellow is just to be a stripe. But our contractor buy the wrong spec for the color, and when we finish decorating the gym, the first location, everything seemed perfect, and people are so amazed by our branding.
Were you inspired by a certain aesthetics?
The ring here is specifically construct for this layout. You can see that this is not a square ring. It's like the ring that mimic the logo of the FitFac.
Have you ever sent any of your students to fight in an actual Muay Thai arena?
So the first year there will be like a few of our students go to fight in the arena, but he got knocked out in 2 minutes. So we decided it's too dangerous for a major. Our team is not like many Muay Thai gym or Muay Thai camp that we send it to fight, but our team have decided for fitness goal.
Can you tell me a little bit about the demographics? Is it more female, more male?
Surprisingly, it is around 85% female and maybe just 10 or 15% male.
If it was more like a gym, why did you choose Muay Thai? Because it could have been Taekwondo, it could have been Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but why specifically Muay Thai for you?
7 years ago, Muay Thai is not like this. It is very, very specific to the guys, but more and more women choose to learn Muay Thai. But in that time, there is very few gym like this, and it is very hard and it is not very convenient for female like guys to go to a Muay Thai camp because all the guys will stare at you and okay, they want to ask for your number and flirt with you. But for us, we try to build a space that is more relaxed to female students like this, and people can come to our gym and feel okay, this is like going to yoga.
Do you mind if I do a little demo?
Yes.
Yay! This trendy Muay Thai gym was established in 2014 and already has 10 locations around Bangkok and nearby provinces. The courses offered here consist of group and private lessons taught by former boxers and are backed up by sports scientists. This unique approach to training made FitFac well known as the gym for weight loss for young people who want to shed a few kilos while having fun punching a couple of bags. And there you have it, the tales of the two Thai gyms. At the end of the day, when Thais think of Muay Thai, it's not just about the fighting, but rather about the spirit, the craft, and the respect we have for a tradition and culture. I hope you've learned a few new things about Muay Thai today. If you would like to see more comparisons between anything traditional and contemporary, that is Thai, let us know in the comments, and perhaps we can make that happen for you. Until then, have a beautiful day ahead. สวัสดีค่ะ